Real Madrid, 3 points, leader in the group of Champions League. And we have to talk from now on about El Classico this Saturday. Let's start this show right now. Muy buena, mi gente, aquí nos encontramos nuevamente en otro programa de Fútbol con Bambam.
Dentro del área, golpea Petit, Zidane y gol. Ha marcado Zidane el 1-0 para Francia.
Welcome everybody, and here we go. This is Futbol con Bambam, and I do want to welcome every single one of you guys about our post-game show, and this is our analysis about what went on about this game today, where Real Madrid actually was in Portugal playing Sporting de Braga. This was an important game for Real Madrid because it's pre-Classico. This is actually a game where Real Madrid is trying to look to solidify his leadership in the Champions League, knowing that Naples was in a good position to actually win against Union of Berlin. And we saw that actually Naples won that game and put himself in a really good position for second place on this table. Now, Real Madrid actually came to this game very confident, and Kepa was actually in the goalkeeper. And in the defense, we saw Carvajal, Nacho, Rudiger, and Fran Garcia. We saw in the midfield, Luka Modric, Federico Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, and Jude Bellingham. And as the strikers, we saw the two forward about Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes. And what can we say about this game? Well, basically Real Madrid made the commitment and came out with the 3 points. They won the match 1-2, and it was an important victory for them because now they're leaders, they're solid, they got 9 points on the table. Naples is following. They're receiving Braga next time in Madrid, and it's actually going to be on the 28th of November, where it's going to be the next match where we're going to be receiving Braga, and then it comes out to be not the 28th of November. I apologize, the 4th of November, I think it is that we're talking about. Not, is the 4th? No, the 8th of November. Oh, my mind is right after the 5th of November. It's going to be that week. So, anyways, it's the 8th of November where Braga is going to be coming in and visiting Real Madrid. It's going to be Real Madrid for the second match against Braga and starting the second phase of the second round of Champions League. A little stuttering here. I apologize for that. However, what happened in this game? Well, we can actually say that Vinicius Jr. was pretty much the MVP of the game. 2 assists, made a goal, but then the goal was disallowed. Not only that, he was consistently driving bananas the defense of Braga. Every time with a long ball, he was consistently attacking, and driving crazy and doing all type of, little tricks and everything in the backfield, which is very positive because Vinicius just came from a hard injury, and it comes out to be that today we actually saw him for the first time putting back that speed, throwing that ball forward, going faster, looking for that ball and hustling for that ball. And that is very positive for all Real Madrid fans because this is what we want to see about Vinicius. Now, the first goal comes in the minute 16 early in the game where Vinicius Jr. does his magic and then passes it, and then Rodrigo Goes comes inside and scores the goal. It looked a little bit like a miracle, little touch that Rodrigo did, but he did which is actually score the goal. This is very positive for Rodrigo because we know Rodrigo's not going through a good phase. However, my grade towards Rodrigo was horrendous. I think Rodrigo still is lacking confidence. I think Rodrigo is still fighting against his goals, and he still needs to put himself in a really good position to be able to be successful in Real Madrid. Now, that we saw Jude Bellingham by another assist of Vinicius Jr. But he left the game feeling a little bit cramped, and that might have been the choice why Jude Bellingham is a little tired. He's probably a little bit exhausted. I think Ancelotti should have seen or smelled that a little bit earlier, either start with Brahim Diaz or either finish with Brahim Diaz, which neither happened. And when Bellingham actually left the squad, it came out to be that Luka Basket came inside to play. Now, let's talk a little bit about the midfield when it comes out to be to Federico Valverde. I think Federico Valverde was pretty much the cousin of Casper today. He was not seen in the court as much. He did defend and help a little bit. Carvajal made a little bit of life easier for Carvajal, but offensively, he actually did not do absolutely anything. I think only he did was actually a shot from the outside the 18, which could really above the pole, so it wasn't even a threat. So that's Federico Valverde game. Now we talk about Camavinga. Camavinga did leave the game a little bit limping and hurting a little bit on the ankle on one of the disputes that he did in the air. Didn't fall on the right moment. I think Real Madrid will be looking at him for the next couple of days, and hopefully he will be okay for the Classico coming up this Saturday. Now, Eduardo Camavinga today was outstanding. He was actually creating a lot of balance inside the midfield. In joint with Luka Modric, they were both working really well the midfield. But Camavinga was outstanding, getting away from trouble and making precise passes, moving around the ball, making some movements on the ball consistently, and making it work positively for the squad. Luka Modric, as I mentioned before, he did his job. I think his average was more like a 6 on the game today. He was a little bit balanced. First half, he started showing up a little bit more. The beginning of the second half showed a little bit more. But then at the end, he just faded away little by little. Now, let's talk about the defense, because Fran Garcia, for me, has the worst note today. I think it was not his day. I don't know if it's mentally not strong right now, or something is going wrong with him mentally, because I think by Carlo Ancelotti losing his trust on him, it's just showed today. It just showed today that he was not able to defend well. He was not able to participate as much offensively. He was lacking a lot of speed today. That is normally his big attribute in the game. So he was lacking a lot in the game, and that Ancelotti saw that and brought Ferland Mendy in the second half when it was one of the first substitution in the game. Let's talk about Antonio Rudiger. I think Antonio Rudiger did a decent job in the game. He did come back from time to time. He did some mistakes offensively. He did some mistakes defensively. However, from Nacho and him, he was the strongest one. I think he just did his job. He worked and protected pretty well and helped Kepa in a lot of cases. However, we did see that some of the big key shots or danger that Braga brought against Real Madrid was through Rudiger also as well. So Nacho Fernandez, I pretty much saw him today, not in his straight mind. I don't think he was playing his best game. I don't think today was one of his best attributes to play. However, he did his job. He did get a yellow card, which in that yellow card, I don't think he deserved that yellow card in that play. He probably deserved a yellow card in the previous play. So I don't know if the ref was just looking over and Oliver was just paying attention to wait until the precise moment to give the yellow card to Nacho Fernandez in that game. Now, Dani Carvajal, he did a decent job. He was consistently attacking. He was participating. He was trying to throw some centers. He almost scored a goal also the same way that he did to Sevilla on a corner kick. However, the one thing that I gotta point out is Braga won almost, I think, 98 or 99% of every ball in the air. Braga actually, we got to do a shout out for Braga. Braga actually came to play. Braga was not just a team that is going to sit down and defend against Real Madrid. They were not scared. They continuously attacked. They seemed like they had nothing to lose, and they just had everything to gain because they were attacking consistently. Álvaro Diallo was simply amazing. He was unsteady on the defensive side, moving left and right consistently. He had everybody in the defense on their heels, trying to figure out what is going to be his next move. And he did pretty much everything in his possibility, even though he scored a goal and put the game in a really dangerous place for Braga, because Braga after that just woke up and just went and turned into like a 3-man defense and everybody on top. And that caused that Real Madrid was capable to do counterattacks. However, the disallowed VAR goal from Vinicius in one of the counters, I have a little bit of dispute with that because I don't like that new system of the 3D guys showing in that line. It looks pretty cool when you look at it. However, I'm still missing that moment that the player is making contact with the ball to be able to determine 100% has been outside. I think these lines can be just shot at any frame time, and we're just going to have to accept it just because it looks on the frame pretty cool 3-dimensionally. But, that gives me a little bit of skepticism on this part, but we have to accept what we have to accept. But Real Madrid had some counterattacks that just didn't take advantage of them. But one thing that Real Madrid also did was they had numerous amount of offside called against them. And that is something that Carlo Ancelotti is going to have to work with thoroughly. If Real Madrid didn't have basically a great game today, they were mostly the first half and the defense. They were mostly in the end of the second half defending and trying to ask for the time to just finish and complete. They almost Braga almost scored the tie game in numerous occasions. And this will bring a little bit of concern. Actually, Braga shot more than Real Madrid, which is a lot to say. And Real Madrid had 13 opportunities to shoot to go. However, Real Madrid did bring a lot more threat than Braga brought to Real Madrid. It's just that Braga just kept attempting, even from the outside, kept shooting to go. And Real Madrid was just trying to get inside to be able to score. Now, what does this have to do with the next things coming up? I think nothing. I think it's just the important part is to win the 3 points, to be able to be leader, continue to put pressure. The goal for Real Madrid is probably to win 1 or 2 more games in the Champions League and guaranteed and seal that first seed, which is going to give them a really good opportunity for the draw coming in for the next round. Now, about what's coming up is the Classico. Well, we're going to have tons of videos coming up afterwards about analysts and everything that is going to be with the Classico. We know that tomorrow Barcelona will play in the Champions League. We'll see how that goes off. At the same time, the mind and everything for Real Madrid began today about thinking about a Classico. And actually, at part of the game, I actually commented with some of my friends saying in our WhatsApp, hey, I don't know what's going on with Real Madrid. I think they're all thinking about a Classico and they're taking it very easy against Braga, and this could be dangerous for us. And it almost did. It almost was very dangerous for us. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be a very interesting week. It's always a Classico. Classico always wakes up a lot of enthusiasm. So we're going to continue to make multiple videos and put everything up to date with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Hit the like button, hit the comment button, and let's see what goes into next time. I'll see you guys until next time. Ciao.